about me, stand above me. You can't trust me, forever alone. Stop press me, you can't chase me. I'm free falling for insanity. Ooh, I don't know. You said forever love, love, love. Ooh, I don't know. You said forever love, love, love. Dreamed about me, rain above me. All it should be forever love. Start to press me, I can't trust this. The wheel is spinning for eternity. Ooh, I don't know. You said forever love, love, love. Ooh, I don't know. You said forever love, love, love. Your mother said she never let you fall into tears for a month. Man said got all your last feelings, all your dreams, all your mind. Your mother said she never let you fall into tears for a month. Man said got all your last feelings, all your dreams, all your mind.
I got this shit you would light with a lighter. Fuck a lighter, I can light on the stove. Dark at night, I drop a log in the fire. Wander in the woods, out in the cold. I got the shit you could play for your mama. I got the shit you could play for the hoes. I got the shit you could sell to the trappers. Indicated with the K and the code. I know some rappers that I'ma say this. I know some rappers who pay, but bro, lot of money, but you played your soul. You played yourself, you played the role. I got some niggas who down the street. Some of my niggas been down the road. Lost a nigga that was down with me, you know what they say. Somebody told me when I was small that the pride cometh right before the fall. God's son died for us all, so for mine, I'm running through a wall.
Lost the battle, it's still a war.
I'ma steal a cattle, then burn the farm. We could travel, but the journey long. I prefer we get a little murder on. Drop a top on your convertible. How we feeling should concern you. We been speaking, but they never been heard. So now we screaming at you word for word. Everything a nigga learn, gotta burn. My little nigga in a hearse, I was hearing. Fuck a rap and fuck a verse, I could blur. Trying to see how many earns I can earn. Are you entertained or are you concerned? I'd be afraid, I'd be in church. I'd say a pray, I pray, I say I shade. They play like God, no play by play. We take our charge, we take our place. It'll take our hearts, it'll take our faith, but we need a majority.
I don't know what happened to that intro there, but I guess I pressed some button and we are here a little bit earlier than I expected, but nonetheless, welcome in. I don't know why that intro just completely flatlined, but we are here nonetheless. Welcome to match 3 of the Harrisburg Senators versus the Lone Star Rampage, and the Rampage being in their house, a lot more confident than I assumed they were if they were in the Harrisburg Senators room. And especially going down 2-0 in the series, they're going to want to get picked up here. They're going to pick up some steam. They're going to really get going here. And especially at their own yard, they're going to have a much more fun time. Custom-built stadium just for the Rampage, their pursuit and what they want to do. The Badlands Saddledome in San Antonio. We are here right now live. And this is going to be off the back of the Rampage guys, especially, and I'm talking about the third string guys. Mystic and Lotto, especially Lotto, have been doing those things. But can the third string guys pick up the pace? Having a little bit of technical issues here. I'm gonna go into the Be Right Back screen real fast. Y'all get to listen to some music, and I will be right back. Give me a couple minutes. I got a small little emergency.
heart's been torn apart. This broken heart, you make me sick. You make me sick. Where are we going with this? How much more of my time do you need for how I've wasted mine? I've given you all I had to give.
And thank y'all for your patience. We are back. A little bit out of breath, had to run back my setup. But nonetheless, we are here, and probably an even more breathtaking sight is the Badlands in the day. A lot of good photos here, and an even better photo opportunity as the Harrisburg Senators will look to take on the Rampage at their own house. They're definitely going to want to get that done. I mean, this is a long time coming for the Harrisburg Senators. They are pretty much one of the oldest franchises in the league. And now they look to close out this season, at least this season so far, with finals appearance. It's nothing less than got more than last year. And they're one of the top candidates to win something, so let's see if they can win something. Probably the message there. But let's get to the starting lineups, and first we will start with the Harrisburg Senators. And here we go. Leading off for the Harrisburg Senators, number 33, Redbot. Playing midfielder, number 5, Axbot. And playing defender for your Harrisburg Senators, St. Peter. And those are your starting lineups for the Harrisburg Senators. And hope those guys can be especially dangerous, especially given the fact that they're getting a lot of cushion here, 2 games ahead. Now they're going to look to close out this series and get the shutout, but I think we got a message on the line. We didn't forget anybody. Here's your starting lineups for the Lone Star Rampage. Leading off for the Rampage, number 76, Mystic. Playing midfielder, number 86, Watto. And playing defender, number 00, Element. Didn't forget anybody, but also we're not forgetting the game that's about to happen. Kickoff in a couple seconds here. I'm not going to waste y'all's time anymore. Pre-game show is done. Let's see the real show as the game is on live right now. I am Tetro, and this is the RLBA, and you have been watching the pre-game show. Let's cut to the chase. Long time coming. Let's see how this one plays out. Here we go. Kickoff started, and St. Peter's going to kick it into the corner. Not an offensive bot with much offensive prowess. He did get one of the only goals in their last playoff appearance last year, and a shocker from that guy to get their only series win, and Mystic trying to pull away immediately. Count me in. Mystic gets this game started with the blast. And here we go. You're wondering how long they can keep this up. The last 2 games, they had a first goal lead, and they fell majorly to the Harrisburg Senators, especially with Axbot on that field. Here's a big pass to Element, and Element, the pass is in with a splash. Much unlike a Popeye's biscuit, that man buttered it up and sent it home. Sent that ball straight to New Mexico. And just an absolute offensive onslaught from the Rampage here. Now off the backboard for the Harrisburg Senators. They're going to try and get something going here. Don't know why the desktop audio is so low. Genuinely could not tell you. Axbot's going to kick it in now. Lotto. Lotto leaves it up for Mystic. Mystic's got them on a roll today. Mystic clears it in. Straight to St. Peter. St. Peter's going to elect to clear it out. Not the time to do that, but it's kind of how Harrisburg has gotten their offense all season, so don't change if it works. Here's off the backboard. Redbot seizes the moment in the bright daylight of San Antonio. There we go, and the offense start to roll up for the Harrisburg Senators. Roll up your sleeves and get right to it. We got a game, folks. St. Peter to clear it in. Off the kickoff, and immediately they're starting something. 2-1 ball game, a lot of game left to be played in a 3-game series, so you're definitely going to conserve some energy. Here's Element, and he's not conserving anything. Here he comes. Off of his car. Flips it in. St. Peter not there fast enough. You're quick, but not quick enough for Element. Agent 00 makes his mainstay and a household name for the RLBA off the backboard. Here he comes again. Element trying to get a hat trick here off the backboard. Can't get much. Now St. Peter. Past the midline. Here's Redbot. Tries to get something started, but Mystic gonna elect to not defer that one out. Here's Element dribbling it in. You don't want to see this guy coming, and St. Peter's got a hold of that one, and they're gonna hold this guy off. 3-1. Element back again. Axbot's gonna clear it out off the ceiling. Mystic gets a hold of it. Off the wall. Here comes Mystic and Element. Ragtag duo. Here he comes off the backboard. Ceiling shot, and Element's not there in time. Axbot's going to clear it. Now Lotto clearing it for his town. Off the backboard. Mystic's going to try and get it up. Redbot's there in time. Leaves a bouncer for Axbot. Now Mystic's going to keep it in. A lot of zone pressure. And the Rampage, a feisty team, and you don't want to let them get any pressure started here. They're a fierce organization when the ball is in their hands. One of the most dangerous in the league. That's why they're here. Off the backboard and a missed chance from Harrisburg. Here's Element dribbling it in. Demo St. Peter leaving a message there. Here comes Redbot. Don't want to see him coming either. Harrisburg got one of the most offensive fireheads in the game. Very much a hothead. Redbot, head full of steam 24/7. Now St. Peter keeps the balance in this lineup. Been here since season 1 of the Harrisburg Senators, since the inception. They drafted him again, and it's been such a great move that they got #1 seeded, and they've pretty much been that the entire time Harrisburg has been a franchise. They've been a very competitive team. Here comes Element, rebounded by Redbot, and Redbot seals the deal. It's not over till he says it's over. Right there, you see why. And no, I'm not sure if ICUP is, I don't know if he knows about that. I don't know why I just said. I wanted to say it, bro. I'm just trying to type stuff, bro. Yeah, I don't know if he's doing that. Element's trying to get a hat trick. That's what he's doing. Can't get it up enough, and St. Peter's going to clear that one. Lotto's going to clear it right back in. He's been doing sensational this game. Awesome game from Lotto. He's got to keep this 1-goal lead. Here comes Lotto himself. Whiffs on the ball. Here he comes. That's Axbot. Ball's in the corner now. Nobody's on it. Element's trying to dribble it up slowly. Gets it past Axbot. Can't get it past Redbot. Redbot intercepts it and scores! Wasting no time! Don't let him into the middle! Don't let him into the slot! Redbot with the Harrisburg Senators hat trick! Holy guacamole! Off the backboard, now Mystic clears it to the middle of the field. Lotto's going to be on that ball. Teeing up Redbot, but it will be out of the hands of the Rampage and into their own zone. Off the backboard, Axbot's trying to seal the deal. Off the backboard, Redbot's there, but Mystic's there in time. 1 minute remaining off the backboard. Mystic's trying to get a double touch. St. Peter's got that one out. Now Redbot leaves it up for Element. Element coming in hot. Stamen in St. Peter's gonna cool his cool. What the frick did I just say? He's gonna cool his cool. Awesome commentary. You heard it here first, folks. Clearing it in. Rims it in nicely, but it cannot go into the back of the net. You can't do that off a rim, I'm pretty sure. But still a grade A chance. Still trying to seal the deal and can't do that. 30 seconds remain. Rampage trying to keep their season alive. If they lose 2 games in this series, if they lose this game, this match, their season is over. And the Harrisburg Senators will go to the finals. Here comes Element. Off the wall. It's up. Don't let Axbot or Redbot get to that ball. That's the message. Gets it under. Axbot in the corner. Now Mystic. Element trying to close this game out. Up in the air. Tied ball game. We will go to overtime in game number 1 of match 3. Here we go. This is what you'll want to see. Well, you got to see it. Overtime starts with a bouncer on the middle of the zone. Axbot. Mystic. Demos Axbot. Tempers flare, and here's Element trying to get his hat trick. Redbot. Mystic keeps it in. Harrisburg zone. They're seeming a little bit feisty here. Lotto now getting his turns to chap at that ball. Trying to chip it in. Mystic trying to get it off the backboard. Let's see who's there. Redbot's going to clear it out. For how much time, though? Element's been feisty all night. All game he's been there. Redbot trying to end this! Redbot! Signed, sealed, and delivered! 4 goals in this game! Gets it over them! We can't go over them! We can't go under them! We have to go through them! And that's what the message is if you're going against the Harrisburg Senators. 4-3, your final score. Game 1 is over. Senators win. Holy work by Redbot. Sensational. Give him the name Saint Redbot. Do it now. Goodness gracious. And we head back to the pre-game stage as we will head into the locker rooms for game number 2, a short break, and I don't think the Senators have to change anything. They had a decent game. They let a couple goals in, and again, the Rampage, even scoring first, they're now 0-3, which is high-key unfortunate. But nonetheless, they got one more loss in their season before it's over. If they lose this next game, the Rampage are done. And the message is, stay alive. By any means necessary. If you have a message in that locker room, that message in the locker room is do not falter. They all got dunked on by Redbot. And they cannot let that happen game 2. I'm assuming a substitution will be in place here for the Harrisburg Senators, and they might bring in Knox's for Lotto. Even though Lotto had a good performance, they just could not come up with it. But do you want Knox's in place of Element? I wouldn't say so, and Mystic had a sensational game getting the scoring going, but then Mystic pretty much had a quiet outing after that. We'll see what they do in a couple seconds. But as for the Harrisburg Senators, they had a great night, and that was pretty much all on their number 1 player, Redbot. He's been there all year for him. Every single time he's been there, Redbot has been there, and for his buddy, too, he's been there for St. Peter. St. Peter has just been there insanely. Every single time they've needed him, St. Peter has stepped up and made a play. And that's why they're so far, and they are 1 game away from being Grand Championship bound, but that also comes at the price of losing the Rampage. The Rampage need to step up, mainly Mystic. If Mystic can get things started, Mystic can definitely shake up the pace of play. If Lotto can also get his scoring game going, I think they have a chance to win this series. Call me crazy. And then, of course, Knox's. If he comes in, I think he can be a difference maker. I haven't seen him do much of a difference in the last few games, but if he has something in him, he can go out there and make something happen. He hasn't had his playoff debut. He's planning to have his playoff debut, but I don't know if it's going to happen truthfully with how good Element did. Element was just genuinely a disruptor that entire game, but we'll see what they do. And a bit of a shocker, they're going to place in Knox's for Lotto in a desperate effort to try and get a game here. Let's see what they do in this upcoming game. But game 2 will be on next. I hope y'all are here with us every step of the way. I'll be commentating with you. I am Tetro, and this is the RLBA, and we got a game on our hands. Game 1 was taken by the Harrisburg Senators. Game 2 is up in the air as we speak, and both teams need it just as much as the other. And they are going to fight, nail, blood, sweat, and tears all season to try and get a championship here. This is what we want for as RLBA fans. This is when you turn it up to 11. Let's cut to the chase. Here we freaking go. This is what we've been waiting for all season. The grind, the heart, and the effort of both of these teams to get here. Who will come away with it? Knox is off the bench, immediately gets demoed. He's got a chance here to do something great. His playoff debut is now. Desperate attempt. Here's Element. Element trying to get it past St. Peter. St. Peter's going to keep that one alive, and he's going to clear it to the zone. Rampage going to have it. Knox is trying to get on that ball, but can't. Redbot's been there all night. Axbot's going to clear it in. Going to keep that in. Redbot keeps it into the net! The villain! Redbot! 33! See ya later goal! And the go-ahead goal today! In the leadoff, goal scorers lost 3 times, and they've all been the Rampage as of late. But maybe this is what they need. They have to get it started, and they have to get it started right now. If they do not get it started right now, they will fall to the absolute onslaught of this Harrisburg Senators offense and their stifling defense. They need to get something going here. On the field, they need to communicate. They need to be in their positions. They need to hit that ball, and they need to do it with speed, with accuracy, and everything that they know is correct for their team. They've got here for a reason. They've been here for a reason, and now they need to do this. This is a time to shine. If you're a part of the Rampage team, you have to step up. Every single one of their members has to step up, and they've been doing that all season. Can they do it in the playoffs against the Redbot? He is the greatest player I think we've ever seen on a playoff pitch, outside of maybe Season 1 kid. What he's done is unspeakable, and just the constant multi-goal games has gotten the Harrisburg Senators to where they are in the regular season. Now in the postseason, he's turned it up to 12. Here comes Redbot, now Axbot. Axbot, a sneaky member of this playoff run. Mystic! Axbot! Speaking of! Yeehaw! In the Yeehaw City! In San Antonio! Comes away, Axbot! They're really pulling away here! And they may have a shot at going to the Grand Championship today! Senators trying to shut out the Rampage! Element clears it into the corner. St. Peter and clears it in. Now Redbot. Axbot leaves it up for Redbot. Not a position you want to be in. Redbot's got it off the backboard and will leave it out. Now Element and Redbot off the corner. Here comes Element. Element's trying to get a hold of it off the backboard, but can't. Redbot clears it. Mystic, leader of this team. Can she lead this team to a playoff win today? Down 2-0. Couple of minutes remain. Here comes St. Peter clearing it out. Professional time killer. Been that way since season 1. And Redbot, the season 2 champ. It's looking like it. Can they do it? 3-0. The Rampage have to pull an utter miracle to strip this out of the hands of the Senators. Here's a shot by Element. That's going to go off a car immediately. Here's Axbot. 1v1ing Noxus. Noxus gets it up there. Now Redbot. Element's got the speed, but does he have the juice? It's going to be off the backboard. Redbot leaves it up. Bouncer for Mystic. Mystic's got it. They're having a little bit of a kerfuffle, and that comes away. Noxus whiffs on that ball. Off the backboard. Element Keeps it up. Mystic. Redbot. Now Mystic back on that ball. Mystic. Been shoddy all season at this stadium, even though it's her home stadium. Been hitting a lot of posts. Can she pick up the pace? If you're a fan of the Rampage, which I know a lot of my viewers are, you're hoping they can perform a miracle here. That would be legendary. Let's see the start of it! Off the backboard and not in time, not in. The Harrisburg Senators show no mercy to anybody. Mystic to Element. Element trying to put this one in. Axbot trying to clear it out once more. He's got the ball. In the air, Nox is going to save that one. Mystic leaves it in the corner. Element's trying to get to that ball, trying to dribble it away from Redbot. Redbot's got a hold of it. Battling with Element along the wall. Mystic's trying to get a hold of it, and maybe! Maybe! Do they have it in them? The Rampage strike for the first time in this game. 1-3. The Harrisburg Senators lead 3 by 2 now. Rampage, 1 minute remains. Here we go. Maybe, just maybe, pull through, Rampage. The entire crowd is chanting your name. Here's Mystic. In their home stadium. Axbot clears it in, wasting some time. A bouncer, nobody's getting it. Redbot to end the night! Floats in for maybe the game winner! Hat-trick Harrisburg Senators! Back-to-back multi-goal performances! Redbot is the single greatest playoff bot in RLBA history. And it's only round 1. Here's a shot and a save by Mystic. Mystic trying not to leave his fans without something to talk about. That wasn't the Harrisburg Senators one. Noxus leaves it up for Mystic. Mystic's gonna get it, head full of steam. Mystic trying to get this goal in. Crowd winding down. This will be Harrisburg ball. Harrisburg is finals bound. Senators win 4-1 in game 2 in match 3. Shut out the set. It was a good run, Rampage. Redbot signed, sealed, and delivered. That is what you talk about when you talk about playoff excellence. Right there.
Yeah. We at war. We at war.
Great performance from the Harrisburg Senators. They are grand championship bound.
We at war with ourselves. God show me the way because the devil's trying to break me.
Good game, everybody. Senators, move on.
You know what the Midwest is, young and restless, or restless. Nigga. Might snatch your necklace, and next these might jack your Lexus. Somebody tell these who Kanye West is. I
And just a
walk through
great
the valley
performance.
of the shadow where death is. Top floor, if you alone and leave you breathless. Try to catch it.
What a game. What a match. And grand championship bound for the Harrisburg. 2-0 your final series score, and 3-0 the final match score as they take all 3 matches in the series. Just insane work from the Harrisburg Senators, mainly Redbot. Redbot. Nickname him Breadbot. He's been on a roll all playoff, and now he gets to test himself, his mettle in the finals. Your Harrisburg Senators are finals bound, but that is all she wrote for today for the RLBA. I hope to see you. I don't think tomorrow. I will let y'all know. Maybe tomorrow for the Tacoma Rainiers and Fisher's Freight match, and Fisher's Freight looks to take themselves to the Grand Championship as well. But until then, I'll see ya. I have been Tetro, and this has been the RLBA.
To the hustlers, killers, murderers, drug dealers, even the scribblers. Jesus was with them. To the victims of welfare, feel we living in hell here, hell yeah. Jesus was with them. Now hear he, wanna see thee more clearly. I know he hear me when my feet get weary, cause we're the almost nearly extinct. We rappers as role models, we rap, we don't think. I ain't here to argue about his facial features, or here to convert atheists into believers. I'm just trying to say the way school need teachers, the way Catholic needed Regis, that's the way I need Jesus. So here go my single, dog, radio needs this. They say you can rap about anything.